The Blue Ribbon Commission on America's Nuclear Future got its marching orders today directly from Energy Secretary Steven Chu. Now, despite the broad title, Chu formed the commission after the Obama administration's decision to scrap a nuclear waste repository at Yucca Mountain, Nevada.
In looking towards how do we deal with the back-end fuel cycle, I ask you to look deeply at all the things that we know now today and will know in the coming decades, and that would and should inform you of plotting a strategy forward.
But one thing Chu definitely does not want to hear is where to put nuclear waste. Former New Mexico Senator Pete Domenici specifically asked, is it correct that Yucca Mountain is not to be considered?
What I don't want the committee to be doing is spending time and saying, looking at past history, was Yucca Mountain a good decision or a bad decision, whether it can be used as a future repository. Looking to the future, we want to go forward. And so again, your recommendations of all future repositories that just have to fold in, interim storage, temporary storage, permanent disposal, all those things. It's a generic, this is not a siting commission.
And that seems to leave the commissioners with a delicate task.
No matter what kind of management option we consider, whether it is a direct disposal or whether we are considering even a fully closed cycle, we need some kind of geologic repository. We cannot escape that fact.
Commissioners agreed that waste from currently operating nuclear plants can be stored safely for some decades, and new plants can be built while the issue is resolved. But several said the credibility of a nuclear power renaissance hinges on a credible resolution to the waste problem.
We are not among the nation's leaders in developing a new nuclear facility, and while there are many reasons for that, one of them is that this nation has not yet come up with a credible approach to dealing with spent nuclear fuel. Like Commissioner Meserve, I know this is not an immediate crisis, but I do feel it is a major impediment to the development of new nuclear sites.
We must strive for actionable recommendations. That is not just recommendations about what's good for the next century without being specific. It means things that decision makers can actually make decisions about.
Now, as Exelon's Roe put it, the commission members need to be able to look a neighbor in the eye, say the nuclear waste problem is resolved, and not cringe. Now, among the other issues the commission will look at, whether the U.S. should reverse 1970s policy and allow nuclear fuel recycling, and whether the current tax on nuclear electricity, which funds all of DOE's nuclear waste activities, is adequate. The commission's first draft report is due in July 2011. For Clean Skies News, I'm Margaret Ryan.